Immigration Minister Michael Wood has resigned after failing to disclose even more shares he held, which posed a conflict of interest. It's the third minister Chris Hipkins has lost in as many months.
The Prime Minister has now proposed a massive clean-up of how conflicts are managed in an attempt to mop up yet another ministerial mess. Here's political editor Jenna Lynch.
Another one bites the dust.
I have advised the Governor-General to accept Michael Wood's resignation as a minister.
Michael Wood was axed as Transport Minister for failing to declare Auckland Airport shares. He solemnly swore there were no more shares to declare, but yesterday he opened his family trust and oops, shares everywhere.
I was both angry and also incredibly frustrated.
Not just any shares, shares in Chorus and Spark. Wood gave telecom specialists a green list residency track as Immigration Minister. And National Australia Bank shares, the parent company of BNZ, never disclosed those when Cabinet was considering the banking market study.
Michael has had plenty of opportunity to identify his shareholdings, to make sure that any conflicts were appropriately managed, where necessary that he was divesting them. He's had more than enough time to be able to do that. I don't understand why he has not done that.
Michael Wood full of regret about the airport shares last week.
This is an issue that I really, really profoundly regret.
But coming up empty on everything else.
And I only learned of these yesterday when repeatedly, through numerous conversations, I've asked him if there are other issues that I should be aware of, and he has said no. That's beyond frustrating.
This morning, immediately after his final appearance before Select Committee,
happy to answer questions,
hauled into the PM's office for the question that ended his career.
Did you ask him to resign?
I indicated to him that I thought his position as a minister was untenable.
The wheels are falling off the bus. This is a government that is actually falling apart.
I wish him well. I guess he could have a pretty good future as a stockbroker.
Wood, full of woe, released a statement saying, "There has not been a second of my political career where any of my financial interests have influenced my actions or even crossed my mind. In some respects, my deprioritisation of my personal financial affairs has led to this situation."
Was Michael Wood remorseful when you spoke with him?
I think it would be fair to say he's pretty crushed.
The PM's so sick of the series of stuff-ups, he's ordered a conflict clean-up. The Cabinet Office will now be responsible for quarterly reports to the Prime Minister of any conflicts. There'll be a new escalation process if ministers refuse to engage or follow the advice of the Cabinet Office. The PM will conduct face-to-face annual reviews of conflicts with all ministers. Each minister will have one person in their office nominated to be across their conflicts, and at the start of every Cabinet meeting, there will be a conflict disclosure.
Is there a lack of respect for the office of the Prime Minister among the Cabinet Ministers?
No, I don't believe that's the case.
Distraction with a capital D, 4 months out from an election.
The elections are going to be a tight and competitive race, and I'm in it to win it.
Christopher Luxon says, let's go to the polls now.
I'm ready to go. I'll go any day. I'll go tomorrow. He's not doing the job, and I'll do the job for him.
The countdown clock ticks on, 115 days.
Well, Jenna joins us now from Parliament. Jenna, this is messy. What on earth is going on?
Bread and butter is officially toast. Hipkins must feel like he's on some kind of sick carnival ride, bouncing from blunder to scandal to shambles to debacle and back again. He looked ashen when he walked in here to make that announcement, bamboozled as the rest of us as to why Michael Wood never took this seriously. He is roundly viewed as a competent, diligent, intelligent minister. His job was on the line. He got more warning shots across the bow than is imaginable in politics, and he ignored all of them. Hipkins has doled out Michael Wood's portfolios to some of his senior ministers. I'm not going to bother you with who, because at this rate they could change by next week. It is chaotic. I cannot keep up with it myself. But basically the job of those ministers is to not screw anything up. They are in caretaker roles until election day, a day that Hipkins may just be starting to dread.
That's right. Jenna Lynch, live at Parliament. Thanks very much.